While he may look like an average customer, this man has another intention. This jewelry store has become the target of a thief, but the crime could have been prevented with a few simple steps that every jeweler needs to take. I'm John Lamont, Director of Loss Prevention at Jewelers Vigilance Canada. We're here to help jewelers proactively protect themselves from crime. Many crimes against jewelry stores are easily preventable. Here the suspect looks like any other customer shopping for a piece of jewelry. He pays attention to the location of security cameras, employees, and other customers. The customer seems genuinely interested in an item being presented to him by a store employee. He points out another item in a locked display case behind the employee. As she turns, he quickly pockets one of the items the employee has removed from the display to show to the customer. When the employee turns to address the customer once more, he ends the conversation politely and leaves the store. That's how easily a jeweler can become the victim of crime. But just as easily, jewelers can prevent the crime from occurring in the first place. First, jewelry store employees should greet every customer as soon as possible. While this is also a mark of good customer service, an employee greeting will let a possible thief know they are being watched. It will also force a thief to provide a name or some personal information. Jewelry store employees should never display more than one item at a time to a customer. Employees should never remove multiple items from a locked display case. Trained criminals could also use distraction to switch one ring for a replacement ring that they have hidden in their pocket. To prevent this, jewelers must make all their employees familiar with using a small magnifier called a loupe. This small device can be used to carefully inspect a stone for identifiable imperfections. Before handing an item to a customer, the jeweler can inspect the stone carefully using the loupe. When the customer has finished looking at the piece, the jeweler can once again have a magnified look confirming that the item has not been switched. Sometimes the best crime prevention happens to be good customer service. We know that greeting a customer early and asking open-ended questions about their visit leads to quality sales interactions, but it also forces potential criminals to be on their toes. An attentive employee could be enough to deter a possible thief. Make sure your employees greet customers shortly after they enter the store. Offer to shake their hand and ask for their name. A criminal may not wish to provide their own name and may be hesitant while thinking of an alias. Asking about the reason for them shopping is even better. A thief may not like the attention they are receiving and think twice about committing a crime. Remember, if you're selling with professionalism, you'll be selling with security.
I'm Detective Sergeant Michael Flyshaker from the York Regional Police Hold-Up Unit. Every year, we see crimes against jewelry stores that could have been prevented and criminals that could have been caught. Jewelry stores have always been a desirable target for thieves because of the quantity of valuable items in one place and the small size and sheer value of many of the items a jeweler carries. While retail stores always have the potential for loss, jewelers must take extra precautions to avoid becoming the target of criminals. When you consider crimes in jewelry stores, consider not only shoplifting, but also violent crimes like armed robbery, smash and grabs, and more complex crimes like grab and runs, ring switching, and distraction thefts. We can see in these surveillance videos that regardless of good practices, your jewelry store could still become the target of criminals. If you are the victim of a robbery, the next steps you should take could not only help investigators in locating stolen goods, but also ensure that you and your customers remain safe. Making the wrong move during a robbery could cost you more than just stolen jewelry. In the case of a robbery, always comply with the suspect's demands. Don't try to fight back. Ask your customers to remain calm. Make a mental note of the suspect's appearance, including distinctive facial features, tattoos, hair color, or labels on clothing. Try to take note of how the suspect or suspects arrived and left the store. Which direction did they come from and which direction did they leave? Did they drive a car? If so, what color? What make and what model? Did you notice the car's license plate? Be the best witness you can be. When you're 100% certain that the criminals have left, secure your store and call 911 immediately. Do not attempt to follow the suspects. Remember, in every jewelry store robbery or theft, surveillance video is extremely important to police. Video surveillance equipment should be maintained and updated as technology improves. Quality images captured by good video equipment could help us identify and arrest a suspect and have a huge impact during court proceedings.